Hello everyone. Hello. Very good morning to all.
Good morning.
Good morning and good afternoon to all of you. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Doc.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mushali. Uh, I think we have only 5 participants from your side. So let us start, friend. Friends, myself, Dr. Jayaprakash Verma, Assistant Professor, Netaji Subhas College, University of Lucknow, and also Academic Counselor, MARD program of IGNOU. Friends, we have already discussed about 4 papers, MRD 101, 102, 103, and 104. In 104, that is very important paper for research methodology. So you have already discussed, you have already learned about research method in rural development. Basically, today we will discuss about uh, project work and dissertation, which is, I think, the last one in this course. Research methods and dissertation project work, and is start from in your 4 paper research methods in rural development. So you have already read about that in last classes, research method in rural development. So today the main focus will be only on dissertation and project work. So I think we should start right now. People are joining, so no problem. So, friends, as you aware that dissertation and project work is a very important part of your course, and if you look thoroughly the syllabus of MARD, MA in Rural Development, you will find that what you have learned in your MRD 1 to 4, that is theoretical aspect. But if you involve in dissertation or project making, that is your practical work. So dissertation is basically a practical work or groundwork which is expected to do for any learner of the MARD program. So without waiting, we should start right now. I'm just sharing the slides. Today we will discuss about the basic of the dissertation, how to make dissertation, what are the basic concept like objective of the study, hypothesis, research methodology, and many more questions which arise due to our research project. So friends, today we will discuss all about that. So I'm just sharing uh, slides. Yeah, is it visual? Hello.
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So friends, let us start. As we have already discussed that MRDP. Am I audible? Yeah. Hello.
Very audible.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Very
Okay.
audible, Doc. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. MRDP 001. It is field work and dissertation. Basically, field work and dissertation is a practical part of this overall course, MARD. And in this paper, we will discuss about the various dimensions related to field work and dissertation, and how to collect a good data. We have already discussed in 103 about data collection, and today we'll also discuss about the methods, how we should go for data collection, and what is ethical in data collection, how you should communicate with the society for authentic information. These are the basic facts. So ethical and informal things also related with data collection when we go for field work. So we should start now. 1 minute, please. Uh, yeah. So, what is the purpose? Basically, purpose of dissertation. Why we need dissertation or field work in our theoretical part? It is a very important component of our program. Friends, we have already known that without any applied work, without any case study, without going to the field work, we are not aware with the ground reality, grassroots reality. What are going in grassroots and what are we studying in our classroom? So you must be experience some practical experience, some grassroots reality when you make some practical projects. So this is a very important aspect of our PG program, and the purpose of uh, uh, this paper is to exercise, is to sensitize you with the realities of rural life. We have already discussed about many more aspects of rural life, rural community in all four papers, and the purpose of this dissertation is to make people sensitive, to make people informed about what is the grassroots realities of rural people. Therefore, you will be choosing a topic of your interest, because many more topics are there. So, friends, I will request to all of you that please choose topic according to your interest, and that topic must be related with your paper. Like the topic must be related with rural development, rural community, rural realities. That topic must be related with rural development or rural communities or rural programming. So interest and relevancy of the topic is very important. So before choosing the topic, these two main things must be kept in mind. And topic for your interest, for specialization, and if you want to do some better work in your dissertation, so it needs some tools, knowledge of some tools, knowledge of some specialization, some soft skills. We will discuss about SPSS, statistical packages for social sciences research. So it's very important software for calculating the data. This may be pertaining to the area in which you are already working. It may be that you have already working, but that topic must be belong with your syllabus, with your content. Or you may like to work. Both are important. If you are working in rural areas, suppose in some program of rural development, you can choose topic from there. And if you are not working in rural areas, so if you like any topic which is related with the rural development, then you must choose that. There is no any type of problem. You have grasped, we are sure from the theory papers, that the areas and issues pertaining to rural development are very vast. You have already know about that. We have covered many more dimensions about rural development. So the rural development aspect is very vast. So you can choose one area, one specific, like one specific program which is running in African countries for the livelihood, for the upliftment of well-being of the rural people. You can choose some programs also which is running in your country. So it's not required that you must choose the topic with your only rural background. You can choose the topic schemes related with rural background also. So here we would like to concentrate on a particular theme or topic to specialize. Because research is a thing in which you go for in-depth study and you'll find something new. new approach to look anything, new dimensions, new horizon for research. That is very important areas for dissertation. So, before making dissertation, before making a good dissertation, we must know about some objective. Uh, we have already discussed about MRDP 001. The main objective of MRDP 001 are basically dissertation paper is equate equate you with rural situation. If you go for field work study work, you will live within community with the people who are in community. You will interact with the people of community, and you know very well about the problem. What are the things which are happening in rural areas? So the main objective of this dissertation is to acquaint you with rural situations. We are sitting in urban areas and we are making policies for rural peoples. We are not going for to search the grassroots realities in rural areas. So the purpose of the researcher is to go in rural background, rural areas, and see the realities. The next objective, which is help you to choose a topic for your interest relating to rural life for in-depth study. Friends, I will suggest you that before going to your study area, before going to rural background, uh, don't please don't choose topic. First of all, you if you have any interest in policies, any interest in programs, any interest in community, so first of all you go in communities. Topics should be comes from the community. It's very important. It's not important that we have decided topic, this is the topic and I am going to work on that topic. This is not the good way. You must go in rural areas. You you know about the situations, and then you decide which topic will be appropriate for you to do research, to do for dissertation. So topics must become from community, must become from rural areas. And one more thing which I want to discuss here is that community-based participatory research. It is known as CBPR, community-based participatory research, which is very important in present scenario, because when we go in communities, when we read in book that this is happening in that particular village or that particular communities, but we should also compare what we have read in books and what are actually happening in grassroots level. So grassroots reality in mostly times are differ from what we have read in textbook. So CVPR, community-based participatory research, is a very important area for doing research in rural development. Live with the people of rural background, rural community, and experience the things, how they are facing the problems in that particular area, and what is the relevant topic if you choose, and you will find some solution for the betterment of the livelihood of the people. So this is the basically, these are the basic main objectives of the this paper. Help you gain practical knowledge. I have already discussed about field work study, and field work study is related with practical knowledge required in preparing a research proposal. If you want to prepare a research proposal, you must have some practical knowledge about rural people. You must have some grassroots realities about communities. So this dissertation will help you to go in that particular community and acquire knowledge from that. Assist you in conducting an empirical study. It's also important because uh, if you go in community, then you observe the things, and after observation topics comes from problems. You never need to write down a project report of good quality, because if you do research but the quality is not good, the realities are somewhere, but you are working on some other aspect. Suppose you are collecting data from the government survey, government reports, so that is not good. I think in research, the primary data is more important, because if you go for primary data, you will find the realities. But data collection is a very responsive work. Uh, if people are telling that this is happening in our particular community, but if you become formal with the people, formal relationship may not provide the good data. If you becomes informal, if people feel that you are like the family member, then people told you about the realities. So you go and you must know about the language. You must behave like his or her community, and many more other things are important. We will discuss later. And practice what you have learned in MRD 004. Recently, you have uh, learned about MRD 004, which is research method in rural development. This paper help you a lot. And the specific objective of MRDP 001 are: choose a suitable topic for your dissertation. Friends, I will suggest you that topic is very important. Don't be hurry about choosing topic. Be relaxed, go in field, go in community, see the problems, communicate with people, and observe the things wholly. You will find that which topic is from my interest, because interest is very important. If you choose topic without your interest, then you cannot do anything. So topic is very important. You must spend some time to choose the topic of your interest, because if you choose suitable topic with your interest, half of the work has done. If you choose topic which is not interest with you, you have learned from some other website, some other reports, that is not good. So I will suggest you all that go in community, go in rural background, rural areas, and see the problem, observe the people, and after that, after the observation, you must choose the topic. Develop the research design for conducting the study, because research design is very important. What types of tools you are using in your research, uh, what type of hypothesis you are making, and one thing, research methodology, uh, which type of techniques you are quantitative or qualitative. I will suggest you all that you must go through the dissertation booklet of which is provided by IGNU. So these all these aspects are covered there, and research design is very important. So what tools and techniques we should use for our results, that is very important. Quantitative, if you have some mathematical background, mathematics background, and you are very well in quantitative methods, so then you must choose quantitative techniques. Otherwise you go for qualitative, or you go for quantitative and mixed techniques, which is quantitative and qualitative. So it's depend on you. It's depend on your background. It's not a imitation that my friend is doing a very good work on mathematical modeling is there, and you have also choose that, and you will that will be not good for you, because if your friend is good in mathematics, he can do well. But if you are not good in mathematics, go for qualitative techniques. So there is no, please decide all these parameters when you are going for dissertation work. So research design is very important conducting for the study. Describe by way of brief statement, the problem of issue you have chosen to study. Friends, we have already discussed about some research aspect. One thing which is very important in research, that is research gap. If you have uh, take some schemes of the government and schemes is related with the welfare of the people, and a lot of work has been already done for that particular schemes, so you can also work on that scheme because sufficient literature is there, and you can look the scheme with different aspect. So research gap, when we make a dissertation, we kept in mind the research gap, what work has been done already on that particular topic, and what are the possibilities. These are the differences. uh, what are the possibility, how can we do better work on that particular topic. So space for further research, it's always happens in every topics. So research gap is very important. You must know in which direction you are going to research, and if you are working for the betterment of rural people, so what work has been done already, you must read that, which is known as literature review. If you want to make dissertation, very authentic dissertation, very uh, some type of report which is going to present your government. So literature review is very important. You must go through the literature. You doesn't choose such type of topic which have no work. Suppose you choose any topic which have no literature, so it's very will be very difficult for you to make dissertation. So please go for the topic which have sufficient literature. So go through the literature review. After that, if you study the literature which is available on that particular topic, then you automatically uh, uh, know that what type of topics I have choose. Yeah, what type of direction for my research would be. So this is the basic things. Read the literature, know about the research gap, and then decide the direction of your research. So identify the objective of your study. At least I think 4 to 5 objectives should be in your research. What type of objective have in your minds, and objectives also comes from the community's problems. There is no difference between community's problem and objectives. If you go in rural area, you will find the problems. Then your objective must be derived with the problems. So think about that. Develop the sampling framework. Identify the universe of study. It's also very important because uh, you must know about the difference between universe and sampling. If you have choose a place, suppose for your study, and place have 100 households, suppose 100 households are there, and then universe means whole number of household which is in village. To total number of household in a village is universe, and if you choose 20 households from that particular village, then 20 households are sample. So sample comes from universe. Universe is a big picture. Sample is little small, but which represent the universe, because sample comes from universe. So for your research, you must adopt the some sampling techniques. You must aware about some statistical methods, random sampling, stratified random sampling, purposive sampling, many more things are going. To which type sampling, which type of sampling you are using, you must mention in your research methodology or research design. So universe is a big picture, but sample is the representation of universe which is collected from the universe. Like a village, all households in a village are universe, but 20 households are sample. So prepare tools for data collection based on the objective of hypothesis. What type of tools? First of all, you make questionnaire, your interview schedule for households, or interview schedule for villages, village. Suppose you are going to study a particular area, so two type of questionnaire may be there. One is interview schedule, which is based on the location over geographical area of the place, and other is related with the households or the people, particular information about the households. So if you make such type of information, such type of questionnaire or interview schedule, a lot of solution come from that side. Help in actual data collection by visiting the sampling unit. After that, scrutinize the data collected. What type of data you have collected must be scrutinized. Or I will suggest you that you must take the help of primary data as much as possible. You can also take help of secondary data which is already collected by the government authorities or some other people. But your dissertation must contain 70 to 80% primary data. Train you in the actual entry of data. It's very important. Without any soft skill is required. Without soft skill, we cannot make entry. We cannot analyze the data. We have already discussed about like a tools SPSS. Okay, statistical method for social sciences research. So you must know about that. Tabulate data and do the statistical calculation. It's very important because raw data is nothing. If you analyze data, if you calculate data, and you will analyze data, you will find the result. So some statistical tools are, you must know about correlation, mean, median modes, regression analysis. You must know about some statistical tools for your dissertation. When we talk about project, so friends, project is an indirect and enabling methods which help you to acquire fresh information in an organized way regarding a topic. It's very simple. Usually, a topic is chosen on which not adequate studies have been done in the past. You must choose a topic in which there is some research gap, there is some scope for further research, and you think that adequate studies have not been done. So your topic must be related with such type of work. It is also possible that you choose a topic on which studies were done earlier, but with different objectives. Suppose a lot of study has already been already done in your topic, but you can take topic with different objectives. So with different perspective, with different dimensions. So if the work is there, but you make different objective, then your dissertation will be good. One can choose any specific topic and study any particular aspect pertaining to that topic. You can study the livelihood pattern of rural areas. Uh, what type of challenges are there? Some schemes of the government, like one most important schemes of the government of India. I'm just taking example: Integrated Child Development Services, yes, schemes, ICDS, and many people have already worked in this scheme. So you can choose the schemes which is running in your particular country. Uh, if you go in government schemes, you will find many schemes are running for livelihood, for betterment livelihood of the rural people. So you can pick that particular schemes and study on that. Comparative study between blocks or state, between tribes, between tribals and non-tribals. So these are the dimensions of research. So if you go for rural areas, you must compare the state with blocks. If the population is tribal and non-tribes, we must compare the things, the resources allocation between tribal and non-tribal population. So these are the few things which must kept in mind when we go for research or dissertation. So role of media, role of social worker, role of healthcare worker, and the ruler setting and so on. In the project, a systematic approach is adopted for collecting new facts, tabulating, analyzing data, and discussing the findings. Systematic approach has been explained in the course we have already discussed in MRD 004. Show outcomes is also very important because the outcomes of the project work will be in the form of dissertation. Friends, if you work all these, like you go in, technically, you make techniques, you study, you collect data, you analyze the things properly. So, final, what comes after that? The main thing which comes after that is dissertation, project work. The dissertation will have an introduction which will clarify the topic and issue being investigated. Basically, some topics are very important, like number one topic and most important topic of dissertation is introduction. So, introduction is that in introduction, you must try to say that what type of work you are going, what type of work you are planning, and what type of objective is for your research. So, in reading the introduction, your supervisor must be aware that you are going for that particular work with specific objectives. So, introduction is very, very important. So, introduction, which is all over about the dissertation. It's a picture of dissertation. It must be mentioned in introduction part. It will also briefly describe the various studies conducted earlier by individual. We have already discussed that in review of literature. We will discuss what work has been done by the previous scholar on that particular topic. You must mention in literature review. Literature review means you go through the different literature, different works which have already done on that particular topic. So, uh, briefly describe the various studies conducted earlier by the individuals or organization. Based on the review of such literature, the dissertation will specify what new areas is proposed to be studied or explored. If you go through the literature review, you will find the areas, you will find the dimensions, you will find the research gap, and finally you will be aware that in which direction you go for research. The research design, it is also important because methodology part is very, very important in research. We'll discuss steps by steps how the study was carried out and data compiled. Basically, all types of techniques, tools must be discussed in research methodology, sampling method, universe, about sample. All these things must be discussed in methodology. So important is introduction, literature review, and third is methodology. The dissertation will conclude with a chapter which will provide major findings and suggestions. Finally, findings, what you have finds in your research, and what have you suggest for the government or for the policy makers, or you recommend for the policy makers to must involve all these points in formulation of policy for further investigation. So when to start a project work, preliminary preparation for your project must start once you have completed you have already completed MARD program in 101, 102, 103 and 104 also. So first of all, I will suggest you all that projects go through program guide for project work thoroughly. If you go for program guide, most of the things would be very clear. So steps, what are the steps involved in the project work? Number one is, I have already discussed the selection of the topic. Number two is meeting the supervisor, guide assigned to you by your study center. Friends, tomorrow your supervisor will be assigned by the IGNU. So you all will be assigned a guide. Under the supervision of that guide, you will work for your dissertation. So tomorrow, on the same time, all the supervisor will meet you, and it will be decided that you are going for that particular supervisor. So the allotment, the assignment of supervisor is very important. And preparation of the project proposal based on the guidelines given in the project. You must go thoroughly with the guidelines which is mentioned in your project guide. So I will request to all you that please must read about the project guide, work handbook, as well as guidance given by the supervisor, because you must connect with the supervisor, and handbook. So you read. If you have some doubts, you must consult with your supervisor. Sir, how can you I make a better dissertation? What things should be there? And taking approval from your supervisor, conducting the study, because if you are going for a particular purpose, for a particular scheme, so your questionnaire will be very clear. There is your interview schedules would be very clear. So about after approval of the supervisor, you must go for fieldwork data. Conducting the study, report writing is also very important part. You can go through some official website. You can note down please, like Shodh Ganga. One site is Shodh Ganga, which is very important site. And if you go in Shodh Ganga or Shodh Gangotri, in this site, you find in Google, go in Google and type Shodh Ganga and Shodh Gangotri. You will find many dissertations as a specimen how to make dissertation. You have some idea about the dissertation. So read dissertation about your topics and uh, make them. Taking guidance from the supervisor at various steps. Your supervisor will contact you, keep in touch with supervisor, and must discuss what work have you done in field work. Submission of the dissertation after meeting all the requirement is spelled out in the project work handbook. I have already discussed that you must go for project work handbook, and in project work handbook everything is clear, because how to make, how to spell, how to submit dissertation, some formalities are there, some uh, other format are there which is required to fulfill, and final signature is also required. Selection of topic may some things are very important, like suitability of topic. You must choose topic which is suitable for your study. If you are a student, if you are learner of MA in rural development, your topic must be connected with rural development aspect. So suitability and relevancy, it must be in topic, and topic should be represent the rural area communities problems. Availability of literature related to the topics. Before choosing the topic, you must go through the literature review, and if literature is sufficient, so you will a lot of help from that particular literature. And if you choose topic there, if topic has no literature, no previous studies have been done, so please don't choose such type of topic. A lot of time and work is required for that. So go for the topic which has already literature, sufficient literature, it's a very practical aspect. So available literature related to topic must be kept in mind when go for research dissertation. Availability of time at your disposal. Time is very important parameter, because within time it's required to dispose of the work. So availability, your topic must be completed within the specific period of time. Finance at your disposal, it's also very important. How much finance is going. Feasibility of data collection within the limited time framework. So data collection, primary data collection is very important, and your data must be feasible with your region. Distance from your place to geographical location for data collection. If you are working, you are doing job, and you have must choose a topic, must choose the area which is near to your um, home, not near to your office, so you can easily go for data collection. So distance from your place to geographical location for the data collection is also very important. Knowledge of the local language and customs, it's very important, because without the knowledge of the local language and customs, the authentic information doesn't come from the community. If you speaks with native language, the people, what people speaks, if you communicate with their own language and customs, you know about the customs, so people become informal with you, and the real data, the real realities comes. So you must know about the language of a particular region which you have selected for your dissertation. Customs, it's make things very easy. Contact available in the local area, and if you go for a study, you go for the head of the village, and you contact with the people through the head of the village, so will be very easy. Data collection is very important. We have already discussed. You can collect the required data using various tools that you have prepared, other than filling your interview schedule. You may also be required to take extensive notes. Suppose you have an interview schedule or you have a questionnaire, but uh, I suggest you all that uh, please must take a diary. Some important information you can note down, and one thing, you can make the video clip, some pictures. If you go for the data collection, you can click some pictures, make some video clips during interview. These are the basic things which make your research, or which make your dissertation authentic. It's authentic that you have already go through a proper way. For all this, you will be required to develop rapport with your response. Respondents जो है, that is very important, so that get frank and reliable response. For obtaining better result, you must have close and repeated interaction with your respondent. So it's basic thing which is required when you go for field study work. If the number of beneficiaries to be covered is substantial, you can make the help of your peer learners and help each other only the data collection. You may be required to collect data or information not only from the general masses. You must go and connect to households. Suppose 100 people are gathered in a particular place, like some functions is going on, and you go and you distribute your questionnaire. So it's not a good thing. You people to people contact is very important, and you, if you go in rural areas, you contact with the people to people, household to household, so the authentic information will come. But if you go within a group of people, gathered people in a particular place, So people are not interested to provide the information. They provide false information. They not talk about well about the situations. So please go household to household, village to village, and try to collect data with specific person. In the unstructured interview, ask additional question to follow up, clue or to obtain additional information. The question you have already made in your questionnaire or interview schedule. Some other informations, if you become informal with the villagers, then they provide you some additional information, and that information is very important. So please must take a diary and note that additional information in your diary, and finally you must include that information in your interview schedule or questionnaire. Data analysis needs through concentration, as you need to make proper notes, assign code, and transfer raw data into a sheet, because raw data, entry of data, tabulation is very important, on which various statistical techniques can be applied. If you collect the information in raw form, if you fulfill the questionnaire, if you your data in interview schedule, so that data is not useful. First of all, you make data on sheets. After that, Excel sheet you can prepare. After that, you must use some statistical tools, statistical techniques, like I have already discussed about SPSS. Then result will come. The information obtained through the personal notes, interview, and case study can also be utilized in providing supporting evidence in the report. So you can also mention that I have discussed many things. The people belonging to village, and these are the additional information, and that additional information support the data very well. Data analysis is a very important steps and should be carried out properly. You will do better if you make analysis of some sample table and show the same as to supervisor. You must contact with your supervisor. I have already discussed that tomorrow, at the same time your supervisor will be assigned, and you must contact with the supervisor, discuss the things, discuss the problem with your supervisor, and they make some solutions how to collect the data, how we are going to analyze the data through the SPSS techniques. However, you must make sure that acquaint yourself with the MRD 004, which will answer most of the doubts. Basically, in dissertation, MRD 004 paper is very important. It's a background for dissertation, and you have already read about MRD 004. So please go once again through MRD 004 and read the project booklet. The next part is report writing. The analysis of the data has to be presented in the form of report. It is suggested that the final draft should be shown on your supervisor before binding. So please must be attention that before the binding you must show your report to your supervisor. You must read the type version and correct the typing errors. Page numbers are to be given and relevant illustration are to be placed in appropriate page and chapter. These are the basic things which must be included in your dissertations. You should attach a copy of approved project proposal while getting the copy bound. Without attaching a approved project proposal, it's not necessary to go for bound. For fulfillment of the requirement of the course in hand, a declaration from you that the work is original and has been submitted to IGNOU. Any other university or institution must also be included in your dissertation. You must go through the annexer in your project booklet. In annexer, many things are there, like declaration from your side, declaration from supervisor, and some other things. There should not be plagiarism in your dissertation. Attach a certificate from your supervisor stating that project work was done under his her supervision and that is genuine and original work. uh, all these things are in annexer. So before submitting the final report, you must uh, know about the annexer. All formalities should be fulfilled. The first page should be your name, enrollment number, full address, name of the supervisor. It is already mentioned in format of annexer. So I will suggest you all that you must go through the project book or read that very properly. Report submission. Any question, please? Do you have any question? Hello. One question is, Ojok Moshes, shall we be trained on data analysis package SPSS? No, there is no such type of provision from IGNOU. It's basically soft skills, and you can learn this from online online platforms. SPSS, how to learn. Many videos are there, many lectures are there. So these are the soft skills. So we will suggest only about project, only about dissertation. You must acquire these skills through the some videos, some online learning platform. So please start learning about SPSS software because it will help you a lot for making project. So there is no such type of training program uh, from IGNOU. Okay, okay. I think one question is also here. No, basically, Prince is asking about theories part. Friends, I will suggest you that, like in journalism, as Prince has written here, that uh, applied portion must be in your research. If you go for field study, that will be very interesting. That will be very good because in journalism you can do some theory work, but in MA in rural development, basically topic belongs with the well-being of the community, well-being of the rural area. So only practical work, applied work is more relevant in this topic. So please mute yourself. Yeah,
Friends, please can you mute yourself?
please mute yourself. So, yeah. Okay, thank you. So, like in journalism, as Prince has asked, that some theoretical work may be there. You can take concept from theory, like MRD 004 paper. Without theory, practical aspect is not possible. But I will suggest you all that you must go through practical approach, through applied work. Because if you make dissertation that is related with the livelihood pattern, that will related the well-being of the rural people. So if you make practical work, if you made applied work, that will be useful for the policy makers, for the government to make policies related with the development of rural areas. So I personally think that applied portion must be there, and you must focus on the applied portions. That will be better for you. Okay, Prince. Prince, hello. Okay,
Hello, sir.
okay. Thank you. Friends, any other question? No. Okay. So, report submission. We have already discussed about some report submission. Basically, the dissertation you have prepared is a document of importance. We have already discussed that data is very important, and through the data, if data is authentic, data is good, you have collected data very well, then that data must be transform the livelihood of rural people. So you have spent time, money, expertise in developing this valuable document. So it's a asset. It's your asset, and you can publish your dissertation in future for your academic work. This document could be later kept in library for the use of others. You may also think of publishing the same in the form of book. Basically, if you work well, then you have a publication. It must be a good publication in the form of book as a research paper. So please be serious about dissertation. And if you work applied, if you work practical, then there is much more possibility to publish in a very good journal, reputed international journals. So perhaps you may like to make a presentation of your findings in a seminar or conference. You can also present your paper in a particular seminar, and you can discuss these are the findings which I have studied in my own country, and uh, through these findings, policymakers can uh, make a good policy for the betterment of rural people. All these potentials and possibilities speaks volumes for nature and importance of the thesis you have complied. These are the basic facts. So guideline is very important because title, we have already discussed about the title of the project. I have already tell you about introduction. Introduction is very important, and in introduction, basically in title, title of the project should be clearly specify the type and nature of the project. It should be clear, brief, and specific. These three things should be there in your title: clear, brief, and specific. It is suggestive that the topic should be related to your field of work. If anyone study know about your topics, it clearly represents about your field work, like livelihood pattern of particular area, a case study of this. Your supervisor will suggest you that you must work on this particular topic. So tomorrow supervisor will be allotted to you, and please contact with supervisor regarding topics. Introduction, we have already discussed. In introduction, you have provided dissertation of topic, description of the topic, broad area of study, why the topics is important, and clarification of the important concept. These are the basic facts which you must mention in your introduction part. The next is statement of the problem. Research gap, we have already discussed about that. The statement of the problem should be briefly contain analysis and relevance of the problem. To be exact, this is the rationale for carrying out the study. Existing literature is reviewed and gaps are brought out so as to provide justification for choosing a specific topic of the study. So Friends, research gap. You must know about the research gap. What type of work has already been done, and what work you want to do. So you must be very clear. And if research gap is there, you can work with different dimensions. So objectives objectives must be clearly mentioned. The objective of the proposed project work should be state your intention for carrying out this project. Usually a topic contains 3 to 4 objectives. You have need not more 5 to 10, 3 to 4, maximum 5. You take only 5, maximum 5 objective, not 8 to 9 or 10 objective. So more than 4, 3 to 4 may be there, and these objectives can be given in serial form, pinpointing your approach. For example, you want to study the problem of dropout among girls children in rural areas. You may like to study the reasons for high dropout rate among the various socio-economic classes of people. So, uh, such objective thus will spell out the scope of the study. So, these are the basic things about objective and hypothesis. One thing, statement of the problem, objective, hypothesis. Hypothesis is the probable answer to the problems you have undertaken. Null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. You make statement like it happens, a general statement, and if that is not happening, then your null hypothesis is wrong. So please study about the hypothesis. Two types of hypothesis are there. One is null hypothesis and other is alternative hypothesis. So your project test and hypothesis, but not for the study involve testing the hypothesis. uh, you can discuss with your supervisor as the type of study you want to undertake. You may even avoid hypothesis for your study since you are expected to make only a small survey of about 100 respondents. There is no need of 200, 500 sample. You can study 100 respondent. Suppose in a village, if 100 households are there, and suppose in a household 5 pupils are there, and total number is 500. So you can study about only one-fifth of the total household population, which is 100. So 100 respondents are sufficient. Universe of the study. If the project involves field work, you should define the universe of the study. Universe is defined as the entire area of population taken for the particular study. This will depend on the geographical limit of the study and the unit of the study. Suppose if you are studying the characteristics of household in a village, then all the household will comprise the universe of the study. You will draw the sample from this universe. It means universe is a large picture in which all household of the particular areas are involved. And sample, if you are your project proposal is based on the field work, you will have to choose a sample from the universe. A sample is representative of the whole population. Okay. Sampling can be done in many ways, such as random, cluster, stratified random, purposive. Many more methods of sampling are there. So please read some statistics books regarding sampling. So read about sampling techniques, hypothesis, null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, research techniques. To know more about the different types of sampling, please refer to any standard books on statistics, which you might have consulted while studying on the preparing for research method in rural development. Any standard book of statistics is required for sampling techniques. So you must know something about sample. Tools for data collection. Tools are very important. What tools are for reproduction? You should suggest what kind of tools you intend to use for your collection of data from various sources. You may have to choose more than one tools for particular study, since social reality is always complex and multi-phases. Data analysis is also very important. The raw data has to be scrutinized and coded, and then data analysis can be done using statistical method like SPSS. It is desirable that the techniques which you have intent to use are mentioned in the proposal. Tables Tables will be the relevant statistical calculations such as percentage, mean, median, standard deviation, correlation. These are the statistical tools which must be involved in your study, in your research design. So tables must be there. Chapter plan is also very important. Chapter planning, chapterization will give a tentative plan for writing the report. The exercise will help you completing your dissertation smoothly and in a systematic way. So chapter plan is very important, like introduction, review of literature, methodology, area of research, findings, suggestions, concluding remarks, and scope for further studies. So report writing, you must follow the following guidelines. Make a chapter plan. Uh, uh, examples of you can see examples in part fourth. The length of each chapter should be more or less the same. For example, it would not be that one chapter is 15 page and other is 40 page. Uh, uh, the ideal chapter length should be of around 20 page. So each chapter will be a chapter number, chapter title, introduction, main title, subtitle, and subtitles, conclusion, proper references, graphs, illustration, etc., etc., etc. So these are the basic things which must kept in mind when you are writing a report, and uh, uh, between the time you must consult with your supervisor, with your research guide, and he or she may suggest you some additional information related with dissertation. Well presented with proper layout. Do not fill up chapter with too many tables. You may have about 5 to 7 tables in a chapter. Choose only the most important area for presentation in tabular form. Rest of the finding can be given in the narrative form. Like storytelling, you are talking about the development issues related with the rural people. So, uh, thank you, friends, for your attention, and I hope that you must go through the tools and techniques which I have already discussed in today's lecture, and you must keep in mind when you make any project or any dissertation that it is your asset. You can publish this dissertation in the form of book, and it is very matter of pleasure that through this dissertation you are the owner of a good book, you are a writer of a good book. And next is, it's also published in the form of research paper in reputed international journals. So it's a very sincere work. Go for the fieldwork study, discuss with your supervisor, and choose the topic which must be relevant with your study, with your geographical region. Suppose you are studying, as Prince has asked, that if you are studying about rural development and you are choosing topic from journalism, then that is not good. That is not equivalent. Your topic must be related with rural development. Please note it. Your topic must be related with rural development, not any other discipline of the discipline or areas. Okay. Thank you so much for your attention. And if you have any question, Please ask. Okay, one question, Kalinda. Uh, uh, objective as chapter. No, no, there is no need of a chapter in objective. You can discuss your objective in your research methods in your research design chapter. So, research design chapter, you can mention the objective. There is no need of only 4 to 5 objectives are sufficient, because only for 4 and 5 objectives, it is not necessary to make an additional chapter. So, 4 to 5 objectives you must include in research methodology. That these are the objectives of your research area. So, don't be okay. Uh, yes, Kulu Jacob, you have asked about step-to-step guide of each chapter in both proposal and report. Yes, tomorrow your supervisor will be allotted to you, and they will suggest you that go through the proper way. Suppose, first of all, choosing a topic, selection of the topic is very important. If you choose the topic, you must consult with your supervisor that this is our topic, this is my topic, which I have interested in doing the dissertation, and your supervisor will tell you how to write introduction, which part of dissertation must be included in introduction, how to write research proposals, sorry, review literature, how to write research methodology. All these things will be discussed with your supervisor. So don't worry about that, and you must contact with your supervisor, and he or she will tell you and guide you step by step. Basically, today's lecture is only based on some uh, general things, some overall picture about dissertation. And after the allotment of supervisor, uh, everything will be clear. So, but you must contact with your supervisor. Uh, no, Kalinda ji, are you saying research topic will be given to us? No, no. I will suggest to all friends that if you are interested in some particular schemes of the rural area, you go. If you are residing in a particular area, you go some rural area and you observe. To observe what types of things are happening there, what types of problems are there, how people are living in that particular situation, and what type of situation they are facing in their day-to-day livelihood. So if you study all these things properly, so topics comes from community. Uh, so topic is not provided by the supervisor. I will suggest you all that you go in community, you go in rural area, and you suggest topic. That sir, this is my topic, and I am interested doing research, doing dissertation on this topic. So if that topic will be good or some modification is required, then discuss with your supervisor, and after that modification uh, with the supervisor, you will continue your work on that particular topic. So topic is not provided by the supervisor, by the IGNU. You will decide what is your interest area. Only supervisor will suggest you that your topic is good or not. If some modification is required, he or she will do that. So it's totally depends on you. Okay, Kalinda.
Yes, I'm listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalinda, for asking a very important and nice question. And okay, some links are also there. Okay. Uh, one question from Prince. Yeah, Prince. Yes, if you can use your theoretical part, but that part must be related with rural development. Uh, Suppose you have you study in MRD 1012, MRD 103, and MRD 104. You can take the theoretical part from that particular area, that particular topic, but you cannot choose topic from your journalism field. So your topic must be from rural development, MARD course, not from your journalism. But theoretical past may be there. But I will suggest you that you must work on applied portion. If you work on applied portion, if you work on practical aspect, there is a very easy to publish in a good international reputed journals. So yeah. Uh, Yes, yes. Prince, topic will be must be related with rural development because you are doing course MA in rural development, MARD. So your topic must be related with rural development. Okay, Prince. Prince, hello. Prince, I think you have. Okay, thank you. These are the basic aspect about rural development project, rural development dissertation, and friends, I think this is a very good work. And if you do properly, if you do work very properly, then it will help you a lot in your job, in your future dimensions, in your education, and a very good things will be added in your academic career. So I suggest to all you that please do seriously with authentic information, with collaborating approach, with coordination of your supervisor, and go for the collection of data in rural area. And I suggest you all that please first of all deciding your topics, you go in rural area and see the problems, observe the things, what are happening there. So if you do all these things, there is no such type of situation, things will occur, no any type of confusion will be there. So you take examples from your own country. You can take examples, the government schemes which is running uh, uh, in your country. So all these things must be kept in mind when we are going for a research project or dissertation. Okay. Hello. I think this is sufficient, and tomorrow we will discuss about allotment of the your supervisor. All the supervisor, all the faculty member will be with you, and we will allot the supervisor for the dissertation. But one thing I will suggest you that you must read about 104 MRD 104 before going on dissertation. MRD 104 and project booklet. project booklet, which we have already discussed. MRDP 001, field work and dissertation. Uh, all all the problems, all the solutions of the problems is in these two booklets, field work and dissertation, and MRD 004. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Any question? Any question from anyone? Tomorrow your supervisor will be allotted, and there will be no any type of problem related with dissertation, and you must contact with your supervisor with any type of problem, and supervisor will help you in dissertation or project work, step to step, how to write introduction, how to write review of literature, methodology, data collection, how to make questionnaire, how to make interview schedule. So step to step guidance will be available with supervisor. So don't worry about that, but read the booklet properly uh, uh, about research project. Okay. Any question? Okay, friends. Then thank you and have a nice day. And we'll meet you tomorrow regarding some questions regarding some other issues which is related with your dissertation. Uh, okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Doc. Have a good day.
Have a good day too.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so right now we should stop the class here, and tomorrow we will meet again. Okay.